Another hard question from the LeetCode SQL series. So let's start the question. So we have a question: find students with study spiral patterns. Okay, so we have two tables, one is students, the other is study sessions. So let's see what the question asks. So write a solution to find the student who follow the study spiral pattern. A student who consistently study multiple subjects in a routine cycle. So and the conditions, there are a lot of condition. Okay, so a study spiral pattern means a student study at least 3 different subjects in a repeating sequence. Okay, repeating sequence. Other is the pattern must repeat for at least 2 complete cycle, minimum 6 study session. Okay, and the session must be consecutive date with no gap longer than 2 days between session. The calculate the cycle length, number of different subject in the patterns, and the calculate the total study hours across all session in the patterns. And this is the last, only include student with cycle length of at least 3 subject. Okay, and this is some order by detail they have. So okay, let's see the test case. So we have the student table with the student ID, student name, and the measure. Okay, and the study sessions, we have the session ID, student ID, subject, session date, and hours study. Okay, and the output is like a student ID, student name, measure, cycle length, and the total hours study. Okay, so what I understand from this question, first we have to find the consecutive date with no gap longer than 2 days. Okay, so we are going to use the lag function here so that we find the previous date for the each session date, and then we will apply our condition like at minimum or less than equal to 2 days. Okay, so let's start with the this. So select, what is this, the student ID, subject, session date, hours study. Okay, and lag the session date because we want the previous date of the, so we have to use the date column, and over partition by the student ID because we want for the each student, and order by what, order by the session date. Okay, and name this as previous date. Simple. From the table study sessions. Okay, so run this and let's see what it written. Okay, so it return the date, like if you see for the first date it return null, and for the second, like the 23rd 10/2, it return the 1. Okay, so fine. Now we can apply our condition, like for the previous date column the date can be null and the difference, the previous date difference and the session date difference should be 1 or null. Okay, so let make this a temporary table. So with, we can say this order session as, okay, so select asterisk from ORDSS where the previous date is null or the date diff from the, we can say the session date is there or what, yeah, session date, comma the previous state. Okay, should be less than and equal to 2. Perfect. So now run this and let's see who and the what the student ID should be there. Okay, so 1 and 2 is there. Okay, fine. So now is our target for the, we can say, to match the condition, like for the cycle length and the total study hours. Okay, so let's make this table as another temporary table, like we can say we are validating our session, so valid session as. Okay, now we have to find, so select the student ID comma count asterisk as total session. Okay, and count the distinct student ID, so that we can, not the student ID, the subject. Okay, so where is the subject in the session table? Subject as the cycle length. Okay, all good till here. And the sum of our study will be as the total study hours. Okay, fine. From the table we can say the valid session. Okay, and we have to group by the student ID, because this is not aggregate function. Okay, so now run this and let's see what we got. Okay, so fine. For the student ID 1 2 3 4, they have total session 6841, cycle length, and the total study hours. Fine. So now is our target, for that the session, like for the cycle length, should be greater than or equal to 3. Okay, and the total session should be minimum 6. Okay, so we got our condition. So let make this query as another temporary table, like pattern session as. Okay, so now our target is extract from the PRTSS, where the no, because we have to get so many things like the subject, name, and the major as well. So we have to join the student table with the PRTSS table. Okay, so select, I'm making PRT table alias as P, so P dot student ID S dot student name S dot major P dot cycle length and P dot the total hour total study hour. Okay, so from the table the PRTSS alias as P, join the student table S on P dot the student ID. This is very simple, S dot student ID. Okay, STU ID, and the conditions are where P dot total session, where is the total session? Not the total session, yeah, P dot total session the session should be greater than or equal to 6 and the p dot cycle length is greater than equal to 3. Okay, and now make this order by based on cycle length and in descending order. So p dot cycle length in descending order and the total study are also in descending order. Okay, so total study are p dot descending. Fine. So I think we apply all our condition here, like the gap, calculate the cycle length. The cycle length should be greater than equal to 3. Now run this and let's see, are we going good or okay. P dot total session and where clause. So is there an issue on everything is fine? Then why where p dot total session should be greater than equal to 6? Okay, from this table join this on this. Should we examine this like, okay, first remove this. Why remove this? Let's see again. So student ID, student name, major, cycle length, the study hour from the table, PRTSS, LSSP, join students as on student ID equal to student ID, where the total session should be greater than equal to 6. Should we use to having here? Unknown column. Why unknown column? PRT.ss total session is total sessions. Okay. Total sessions is there na, where total sessions. Okay, now run this. Yeah, perfect, it's working now. So now submit this and let's see, are all the test cases passed or we missed some query. Okay, we missed something. Okay, so what we miss, the output is like in this form, but we have this, and what we miss, 7 5. Okay, okay, descending order. Yeah, expected is this, cycle length also in descending order. Then why our output is 28.9? Okay, let's see. Use this test case and we have to read our condition again. Minimum 6 study sessions. Okay, and greater than equal to 6. Where is the test case 2? So for the ID 7 here, geometry algebra. Okay, we have only 2 subject here. Okay, but the subject should be, the distinct count should be greater than or equal to 3. The count distinct subject group by having this should be greater than equal to 3. Now run this. Okay, count, see, still what the issue is here, Hmm.